Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. We're going to jump right into a DIY project today. I'm going to teach you how to sew these fabric oversized bows. They're great for decor, gifts, hanging up in your home, your front door, or a children's bedroom. So we'll go ahead and get started and I'll show you what you need. First, you're going to start with picking your fabric. I love gingham, all colors. Then you need interfacing that you can iron on. You'll need some scissors, of course. I use this rotary cutter to make cutting even easier for me with large pieces. And some rulers, pins, ribbon for hanging up your bow once you're finished with it. The first thing you're going to need to do is measure the size of bow you want. And I like to use about a yard of fabric because the top piece of the bow is going to be about 30 inches by 20 inches wide. And then the bottom part of the bow will be a little bit longer than that to hang down. So I'll share all my measurements in the description below, but you're going to cut that. The next thing you're going to do is lay your interfacing down and cut it so that it kind of frames the inside of your fabric. Now I have a fabric that is double-sided and it's the same print on both sides, but you'll want to make sure it's right sides down, and then you're going to fold the fabric in half with the interfacing in the middle and iron it. You could also iron it before you fold it, but sometimes interfacing sticks to the iron and it can kind of burn it. So I like to just fold it and then iron. Next, you'll unfold it and turn it around so the interfacing is laying on the outside and you can see it. And you're going to pin your fabric along the edge. Hopefully this is making sense as you see me demonstrating. Then you're going to do a basic stitch all along the edge until you get to the end. And once you're at the end of it, you're going to trim off some of that excess fabric. Once you've trimmed it up, you're going to put your arm all the way through the fabric to the other end and then pull the right side out. So it comes through and the interfacing is now on the inside of your bow. Fold the fabric in half and you're going to iron it flat one more time. You're going to pin this raw edge together and then create a basic stitch about 2 to 3 inches. And the thicker the better, because this is what's going to help give shape and form to the bow and help it stay up right in the middle where you bunch it together. Then you'll stitch it right along the edge there. Now you're going to lay this fabric down flat and open up the middle piece and split it down the middle. Make sure it's lined up as much as you can in the middle and then iron it flat. This is again going to give form and structure to the middle part of your bow as you pull it together and cinch it. Turn it right side out so that edge is tucked away and it's hidden inside, and you're gonna play around with it to get it real nice and flat, and then pull out your ribbon. I sometimes use a pin to hold the middle part of the bow as I cinch it, but an elastic ribbon's really great as well, and you're just gonna give it that structure. Just play around with it until you get it to how you want, and it doesn't have to be perfect because once we attach the bottom part of the bow, we're going to sew it and make it look even better. Now that we've finished the top part, we're going to start on the bow ends, and I use measurement roughly of 36, so like a full yard by 16 inches wide. You're going to fold the fabric down the middle and then also in half. So it's going to look much smaller, but this will make sense as you watch me. Once you line it up on the ends, you're going to cut it at an angle to give the bow ends that slanted inward point. Now you're going to unfold it, and so you have one on top of the other. You're going to make sure the edges are lined up. You're going to pin it together all along the edge here. We're going to do a stitch, but you need to leave a gap in the middle so that you can basically pull the fabric right side out. You're going to hide that stitch on the inside. Okay, you're going to start sewing along the entire edge of this bow end, and you're going to see me here in the middle, like I said, create a gap. I'm going to lift up my presser foot and just pull the fabric through so that I'm going to have that space, and then continue on with my stitch. Make sure that you trim off any excess thread that's hanging out, and sometimes I like to trim the little corners of the bow end as well to reduce the amount of fabric I'm trying to poke through on the end. And then gently reach your hand in through that opening, grab the corners with your finger and pull the right sides through. And you're going to do that on both sides. Try to shape it as best as you can, and then afterward you're going to lay it down and iron it flat. Iron the corners and all the edges so that it looks very precise. Okay, we're getting to the end here. We're going to cut out a small strip of fabric that is going to basically hold the middle piece of the top and the bow ends together. And my measurements are about 4 inches by 6 inches. It's not huge. You're basically going to fold both edges in towards each other so that you can hide the edge inside, and then iron on top of it. Pin along the edge, and then you're going to do another stitch here to close it up. Okay, we're at the end, and this is the most exciting part. So I've already laid out the top and the bow ends together to try to get an idea of the shape that I like, and you can play around with it, make sure that it's lined pretty well. Put the little strip in the middle, center it, and cinch it together. This part can be a little tricky, but the elastic was there to help you. However, as I've made more of these, I no longer use the elastic. I just have a pin there instead because it's like extra work to take the elastic off. But then once I've gotten everything just how I want it, I basically tuck the middle strip underneath itself so that the raw edge is hiding, and I hand stitch it closed. Okay, we made it to the end. So now you're going to pick out your ribbon that you want to use to hang it with, and there's so many different fun ribbons out there. I've used all sorts of different ones. But there you have it. It's all finished, and you can make so many of these for gifts, like I said, and hang them up in your girls' room, put them on your front door, and the sky is the limit. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you today and that you're inspired to try to sew one yourself. I'd love to know in the comments below what you think, and until next time, I hope you have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.